Hey, it's Joe with Amalgam, and in this video, I'm going to take you through kind of an introduction of a reporting functionality within the Amalgam toolkit. So you can see I've got my Excel open. You can do the same thing in Google Sheets. I've opened up my Amalgam toolkit here, and you can see there's two halves, the download half, and then the two-way sync. We'll explore that in a different video. So to run a report, super easy. I'm just going to hit download here. And I can go through and see all the different kind of connections I have, these integrations I've made already. Maybe Plaid is sort of the easiest one. We'll do a bank report, so I'll select bank transactions, and let's just do this Visa card here. And so you'll see that it loads a new tab. And within the tab, I've kind of got these gray cells over to the left. These are my settings that I can edit and do kind of whatever I want. So I can put in a date and see the beginning of the year, and we can say this part can be a function, right? So if I want to put the today function, or if I just want to do 90 days, there you go. I just have a formula, and I've hit run report. It'll go ahead and pull that data right down. So no navigating to that system, no creating CSVs or any of that sort of stuff. So there you go. We've just run a Plaid bank report there, and you can see this has all the stuff that would come from kind of your statement or within the bank. So that's one simple one for bank transactions. I think maybe something a little bit more complex might be like, let's say, a balance sheet out of QuickBooks or something like that. So I'll do the same thing and navigate over to QuickBooks here. I'll select QuickBooks Online. You can see I've got a whole host of reports. But we'll just select a simple balance sheet here. I've got my company ABC widgets, and it will load another tab. It didn't overwrite the last one. You can see that's there. And then, similar format here. It'll populate kind of gray cells over to the left, and where we have these settings that we can utilize. And so, maybe I'll run it for the year. And I'll say 12/31/2025. And then I can select different things here. I can select accrual or cash. My columns, I'll do, let's say, months. And there you go. I'll run the report, and you'll see it'll similarly just populate. I've got my accounts here, and then you can see it goes through by month pretty effectively. Really, whatever you want to tell it. And so it's super helpful if you want to, let's say, customize reports too. So let's say I want to take this balance sheet and I want to run it instead of months. I want to run it for classes at the top. I can hit rerun my report, and then it populates just like that. Not too much different. I can take this, and if I want to format it, right, it's Excel, so I'll format the numbers there, and you can see I've got all kinds of stuff going on. And then one of my favorite features within Amalgam is just the ability to customize these as you need in terms of sort of formulas and stuff like that. So I'll hit the plus sign up here, and in every single Amalgam worksheet, there's 10 columns over to the left that allows you to do any sort of customization that you want. So let's say here I want to run, I want to know the total amount minus corporate, let's say. So I'll just put a formula here, and then I'll subtract the corporate amount, and then that can be my formula. I'll copy this. Let's give it a little formatting. So you can see I've gotten that there. I can write this here and say, hey, my calculation field. You can also write notes like hard-coded things here. So it's like, hey, Joe, don't forget to check your work. That kind of stuff is all here. If we wanted to even merge that, we could. So we'll just do a merge and center. There you go. But what's great about this is it's really good for repeating things. So if I have this and I want to just run this report next month, or if I actually want to run it for 2-year period, I can do that. I run the report, it repopulates, but any of my information over here on the left, I didn't lose. So it's really helpful if I'm going to run that on a monthly basis and produce for, let's say, my clients or my management team, something to that sort of effect. And so there you go. There's a little bit of an introduction for reporting, all kinds of stuff you can do with Amalgam. And thanks for watching.